Let's talk about the latest boardroom drama as the soap opera at OpenAI continues. Here is a rundown of what has been a very fast-moving story over the last 24 hours. Early yesterday, ousted CEO Sam Altman joined an AI research team at Microsoft. That was at least where it looked like it was going. Then shortly after that, nearly all of OpenAI's employees threatened to quit and follow Altman to Microsoft unless the current board of OpenAI reinstates Altman and resigns. So then after that, it was open season on employees from the leaders in AI technology. Salesforce's Mark Benioff posting on X that he would immediately employ researchers who resigned from OpenAI, matching cash and equity to join Salesforce's AI team. And then late yesterday, Microsoft's Satya Nadella spoke to John Ford on Fast Money in a first on CNBC interview and said Microsoft would still benefit whether OpenAI's workers stayed or followed Altman to Microsoft.
I care about just making sure that we can continue to innovate. And as I said, I feel very, very confident. Quite frankly, Microsoft has all the capability to just do that on our own. But we chose to explicitly partner with OpenAI, and we want to continue to do so. And obviously that depends on the people and of OpenAI and staying there or coming to Microsoft. So I'm open to both options.
Nadella said that no matter what happens, OpenAI needs governance changes. Microsoft stock rising more than 2% yesterday, closing at a record high. And then on top of all of this, Bloomberg reporting overnight an internal memo to OpenAI employees from the company's vice president of global affairs. It said that it's in intense discussions to unify the company and that management is in touch with Altman, the company's interim CEO, Emmett Shear, and the board. But they were not prepared to give workers a final response as of last night. Separately, Reuters also reporting that some venture investors in OpenAI were exploring legal recourse against the company's board, worried that they could lose hundreds of millions of dollars if the company collapses. And, Becky, we had talked yesterday about the valuation of, did Microsoft overpay or whatever. It looks to me like it's the venture capitalists who actually, oddly enough, have the most to lose. And the Microsoft, given how they structured their deal, are pretty much in a good position almost either way, at least on a temporary basis, since they own the current OpenAI technology.
100%.
They may not get the future stuff.
No, 100%. I kind of changed my thinking on the line of it over the arc of the show yesterday. By about 7:45 or 8 o'clock, I was thinking Microsoft had really gotten a huge coup, that they'd walk out. Because when you saw the idea that yesterday more than 500 of the 770 employees had said that they were going to walk with them, by today, the latest I'd seen, it was over 700 of those employees said that they were going to go to Microsoft or wherever Sam Altman went with those things. I mean, talk about the collapse of a company. OpenAI went to zero because the other issue on all of that is that they can't train any of their programs, their OpenAI programs, without Microsoft. So, they're tied at the hip to Microsoft no matter what happens with it. It went from thinking, and by the way, the $13 billion that Microsoft invested, they didn't actually invest. They have, these are promises to pay more over time if OpenAI continues to hit those
and a lot
targets.
of it's in kind. A lot of it's in kind.
Right, with the computing
in terms of servers. Right. Yeah.
Right. And so Microsoft, clearly the big winner on this. You saw that with the stock closing at an all-time high yesterday. There's still a lot that has to be resolved, and you even heard that in that interview with Satya Nadella yesterday. He can't tell you who's going to be the OpenAI CEO today or tomorrow. He can't tell you if Sam Altman and company are coming to work for Microsoft. They were in the process of onboarding them as employees when he was kind of pushed on that question on it. He said he's leaving it up to the lawyers to figure out all the legal terms and the liability for the other investors who might sue as a result. But he just wants to make sure that where he knew he stood Friday, which was feeling very comfortable with what their game plan is for all the products they can roll out over the next year or two. They still feel very comfortable with that. He's still working with Sam Altman. He's still working with OpenAI or in whatever way, shape, or form. And you saw it yesterday. Salesforce, Mark Benioff, putting out a tweet saying, we will hire anybody at the same compensation who wants to come over here. So it was just open season. Everybody looking to capitalize. Google was doing the same thing. I think Sergey Brin's been really actively involved with trying to get some of these things, too. OpenAI basically imploded over 72 hours. And this was open season, and Satya Nadella did what he had to do to make sure. He said, we're going to make sure we keep the brain power. That's basically what he's doing, and that's why Microsoft shares perform so well. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like acting like a complete entrepreneur. I saw somebody say Satya Nadella was the complete entrepreneur CEO mindset with the assets of a multi-billion-dollar company. So he managed this position the best he possibly could. The one thing he said is, if they go back to OpenAI, there's got to be some governance changes because we're not going to get left out of the loop again.
Yeah. It's too bad AI is not quite ready to replace all the people leaving with
with new engineers.
No, with just AI.
Yeah,
exactly.
AI engineers.